So Monk Mode, how ditching video games and starting boxing can literally change your life. And as you saw on the thumbnail, we are on day 2 of this little series. In this series, I'm just documenting my life journey, and currently we are in the boxing chapter. I'm undefeated in 7 fights, I got 6 wins and 1 draw. 0 losses, so I know what I'm talking about. And today I'm still sick, so we won't drive to practice today, but we're still doing some shadow boxing outside. Before we are doing that, I still need to finish some art homework. I know, homework is stupid. Why are you doing homework? I usually never do homework, but we have to turn this homework in by tomorrow, so I better get it done today. Yeah, but before we do those 2 things, we are going to shoot this video. So in this video, I want to tell you a little story about boxing and video games. So you probably noticed, you played a lot of video games. For me, for example, it was Minecraft, CSGO, Fortnite and GTA, and I love playing those games, especially GTA. I could have played GTA for the whole day, for the whole month straight, because I just love the whole game, the atmosphere, how you can do your little missions and how you can stack up and get further and further to the top. Yeah, so I played a lot of this, but also you maybe noticed that it is just a waste of time in the end. Maybe you also had a deep talk with a friend at 2 a.m. in the morning on a Discord server, and you just watched your stats of CSGO and saw the 500-hour mark and see like, oh man, I played 500 hours of CSGO in about 5 months. That's about, I don't know, how many hours per month? I bet definitely a lot, more than you should have spent. And maybe it gets you thinking about what happens if. What happens if you put these 500 hours into a skill that actually gets you further on in life? For example, you could put these 500 hours into bodybuilding. And if you have done that, 500 hours of bodybuilding, when you spend 1 hour per day just working out, this is, hold on, wait, about 1.5 years of training. Whoa, how much muscle, how is your physique going to look like after that? Be honest here. And it just kept me thinking, what happens if I put these 500 hours into, learning new songs on the keyboard? I was playing keyboard for some sort of time, but I'm still terrible. So, but I was just thinking about what happens if I put those 500 hours in keyboards. I would be a grandmaster for sure, like compared to now. And what happens if I put these 500 hours into, getting to know what clothes to buy, because I was just wearing weird clothes. I had no clue what to buy or how to combine clothes, how to combine a blue jeans with a black shirt. I was completely clueless about this. So you probably get my point. What happens if you put these 500 hours into something that will actually help you outside of the digital world? So after you realized this, that video games are just a waste of time, you decided to quit video games right on the next day. And you haven't played CSGO after that for 5 or 6 months straight. And in this time, you were bored, for sure. You were super bored because you didn't know what to do. So you started with working out. You saw this guy from your country. He's speaking German, and he's getting also into fitness, or he has been into fitness for a long time. Let's say it like this. He's getting into fitness content on YouTube. This is what I wanted to say. And you see him posting fitness content. Your brother introduces him to you. So you're starting doing some workouts, doing some home workouts, no weight, just body weight. And you're trying to get a gist of it and think, bro, this is actually so much fun. It is way much more fun just playing video games and then just thinking and over again, this is a waste of time, but I like this and I have nothing else to do, so I just play video games because I'm bored. But then you just started working out, and it gives you this feeling of accomplishment when you get these push-ups down, and the next time you work out you get even more push-ups. Now you had 10, then you had 12, then you had 14, and then you had 20 push-ups in a row, and you're just making constant progress. You're looking better in the mirror. After the workout, of course you feel sore the next day, but you feel this pain in your arm and you just feel, whoa, I did something. I'm actually proud of what I did. I spent 1 hour of hard, dedicated training. I feel so much better than 10 hours of playing video games. So you're doing this for a while and you're really getting into it. You're training 3 times a week, 4 times a week, 5 times a week, then every single day, then even 2 times a day, once in a while. And you really think, bro, I'm going to do this for the rest of my life. But then you decide to start boxing, and at first it was sounding very exciting because okay, I learn how to fight, I learn how to do this, I learn how to do that, I will be more confident overall. So you're searching around in your nearby location, searching for boxing gyms, and you attend to some of those tryout trainings, but they are not good at all because there are some mixed gyms where they have BJJ, karate, and some mom's yoga, everything together, and so they are not very specialized into boxing. So you search around a little bit more, and then you actually get into a real boxing gym, and everything seems so perfect, and they can already tell that you have worked out for a while because you were doing boxing home workouts for 6 months straight. So you're making fast progress, and after 2 months, they will get you up into the advanced group. So we have the beginner group right there. There are all the kids and the parents, what else. And above them, we have the advanced, we have the professionals, we have the pro boxers, and yeah, the amateur boxers were actually fighting. So when I was getting into this group, and maybe you do too, you're doing some sparring and you get beaten up in the beginning so much. So I had this little rule. I was getting one black eye every 2 weeks at minimum. Minimum. There were some weeks where I had two black eyes in at the same time from different sparring sessions. And I was really struggling in this time. I was thinking about quitting boxing. I was so afraid to even go to sparring because I was always like feeling like, oh, okay, I'm getting punched in the face again. I will get beaten up. My coach will yell at me because I'm doing the same mistakes over and over and over again. And it was this time where I had to make a choice. And the choice was to either push through the hard phase of this life and delay gratification for more success in the future, or to just quit right now, go back to bodybuilding. But before we go into that, let's just finish our art project right in a second and then do the shadow boxing after that. And then we will go back into the story. So as I told you, I had to make a choice, either quit or push through. So what I did, I was really thinking about quitting. But I watched so many motivational videos on YouTube, on Instagram, and every time, like once a month, I was getting sick and I was staying at home, and then I was just rethinking my whole journey, where I came from, how I started out, what progress I made in recent months, and I said, oh, there's so much more to get. It is way too early to quit. This will make no sense at all. I just have to push through a little bit more. And just by doing this, I stayed into boxing for 1 month extra, 2 months extra, 3 months extra. Even though most of the times didn't even enjoy the training sessions. But I pushed through it and I was getting actually better. I learned how to hold my guard. I learned how to throw the punches. I was doing training with other people outside of our usual practice schedule. So we have training 4 times a week, and then I was working out on Saturday, Sunday, maybe even 2 times a day. And on holidays or vacation days, or wait, holidays, where I was staying at home, I was training 2 times a day on a regular basis. I was really getting fit. I was getting that condition in. I was getting better and better and better. And you know what? The sparring partner who always backed me up at first, he actually quit. He had 2 fights, he lost both of them, and then he said, "Nah, that's it, I will quit boxing." And then he never came back. So it was just me. I was still bad, but even I was putting more work in, more work, a lot of input. And after a while, like 3 months, 4 months after that, the inputs started to transform into outputs. And I was getting better in sparring. I was actually giving other people the black eyes. And yeah, then in this time where I was actually getting better, then only then it actually made more fun, and I was actually enjoying training and very like I was very motivated every time I was going to training. And when I look back at the journey, I really have to say that I am proud of this hard time, because only in this hard time I was actually to build up all the inputs for the good time I have right now. Because in this year I was training for 3 years straight. I had 2 years just to have my first fight. And in the last year, in the last 1 year, I had additional 6 fights. And I won all of them except of one. This was a draw. But basically, bottom line here is only the hard training from the hard time made me or set me up for this good time that I have right now. And I just have to keep on doing the inputs so we'll get more outputs in the future. And when I look back at the journey, just ditching video games freed up so much time that I just used to put into another skill that will get me further on in life, and this was boxing. I put these 500 hours that I put into CSGO into boxing, and it made me confident. It gave me a great physique. It gave me the skill to use my hands to defend myself. So just ask yourself, will this skill actually get me further on in life? If not, why not just putting this half hour, 1 hour, 5 hours that you spend on that day into a skill that will actually get you further on in life? I can just speak from my own experience. Just focusing on discipline and avoid distractions is literally what changed my life the most so far. With that being said, that's it for the video. Keep being awesome, and I will see you in the next video.